What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Borsellanet. This week we're listening to Primus, Sailing the Seas of Cheese. So let's get to it. Alright, man, today we're starting out with Primus, Sailing the Seas of Cheese. We've got a little intro track here, The Seas of Cheese. Very clever, you got Wes Claypool, the bassist. He's playing on his stand-up upright bass there. You can kind of hear some ocean sounds in the background too. Just a really quick little intro track, just to get you into the mood for the wackiness that is Primus. Starting off with the first real song of the record, Here Comes the Bastards. I love this riff. It's I think it's in like a 5/4 odd time signature or something like that. And it's heavy because you got the guitar with Larry Lalonde with the bass, Wes Claypool holding it down. A lot of times in Primus the guitar goes off, does its own thing, but here it's just a solid headbanger with Tim Alexander playing on drums. Tim Herb Alexander. They have him listed as the drums and water guy. Okay, that's pretty cool. Les Claypool's vocals. I guess they're kind of an acquired taste. I'm a fan. I was actually able to see Primus last night at the Coca-Cola Roxy, and they played Rush's A Farewell to Kings in its entirety. So that was really cool. They also played some songs from this record too, so we'll get into that. I think one thing I always liked about this band is just they're just so simple sounding almost. I always just imagined like caveman hitting rocks with bones or something. Very simple, plodding. Got that mid-tempo kind of groove going on there. I also like their use of dynamics. You're going to hear this a lot during this record where he's literally just playing the same riff, but lower the guitars, soften the bass and the drum beat a little bit, and basically play the same thing, but just softer or louder. Hear Larry Lalonde doing some harmony going on there. It's pretty cool. So going to see Primus was my birthday present to me. So cheers, y'all. I'm partying today. So you're going to get what you get, okay? Alright. So this is a song that they played last night. They started off with the song on their first record, Frizzle Fried, Too Many Puppies. And Primus does this kind of thing where they'll do almost like a medley, but only like 2 songs. So in the middle of Too Many Puppies, they switched over to this intro and just got right into this classic. Sergeant Baker, you're going to see my head bobbing a lot during this episode. Primus just has this groove, but it's like a primal groove where it's like a knuckle dragging. Like, It's almost like there isn't much thought going into it, but I know that there is. They're very, very smart songwriters and very well played musicians too. The lyrics of this song are pretty cool too. It's kind of anti-military. Um, Sergeant Baker being the main guy who's just like, yeah, like I'm gonna strip you of any personality that you have or anything that made you unique or special. And just kind of grind you into this pawn, this cog in the wheel in the machine. But at the same time, you're just jumping and bouncing to it just because it's so fun sounding. And that's one thing I really always appreciated Primus's lyrics, but a lot of the time it doesn't really maybe match the music. You might have a really sad, depressing song lyrically, but the music, you're just hopping and bopping and having a good time. I got to see a couple of old friends at the show and have a good time too. So live music is something that I always look forward to. Hopefully I can get more of that into my life soon. Cool little break here with Larry Lalonde throwing in some crazy guitar in there, using his whammy bar. Yeah, it's like one of those things. If you're not nodding your head, then you just don't get it. Probably. I can hear Les Claypool with his whammy bar going too. Got a lot of whammy bar going on. Very cool. So one thing that I did like about their little medley live is like they don't necessarily play the whole song in its entirety or in that order. They'll jump back and forth and play some other jams in between. Very creative. Seem like a few cool dudes. It's definitely very 90s looking, right? 1991. Yeah, that's pretty nice. 91. I guess this album's a lot older than I thought it was. Oh man, music is timeless though, right? Cool. Like that song, Sergeant Baker. Good live hit. And this song also a very solid live staple in their shows. American Life. They did play this last night. And they played the whole song. They actually extended it. They probably jammed to it for like 10 or 12 minutes or so. And I was there for the whole thing. So it was great. Good job, guys. Thank you. I was always impressed with Les Claypool's bass playing. On this one, he's like doing this raking, where he's just hitting all the strings. But then his left hand, he's like hammering on and pulling off notes. It's fun to watch. I don't know how hard it is. I don't play bass, but it's just cool just looking at the guy play it. Also, he's singing along at the same time too. That in itself is a pretty big feat. So another pretty social song here. Obviously, a song called "American Life." Yeah, like unemployment and homelessness, but people still keep their dignity. It's kind of not fair, right? But hey, when you're sailing the seas of cheese, who knows what's going to happen? got that like merman guy there, and like a crazy looking octopus thing. All in a sea of nacho cheese. So I think I might have said this last episode, but if you have a good bridge, I'm probably going to be a fan. And Primus just knows how to break it down and just go into a jam. And even though they don't necessarily do it on the studio version, you know, they might do it live, but you can still tell here, like, okay, that's a break there. And if they wanted to, they could just breathe it out, keep it open, which is something that a lot of groups can't do. Um, I've never been in a group that could do that, so I would like to try. I think start like a Primus cover band or something. Right? All right. Yeah, so the song's just one riff, the bass riff. But Larry Lalonde, he's been weaving in and out, and then now he's doing like this cool like octave chord solo, and just like kicking the song off to the end here. Like a great outro. So you can have a jam in the middle, you can have a jam at the end. This is my idea of like almost like a perfect song right here. I feel like you could do whatever you wanted to. You know, very versatile. We got Herb on the drums here, who also really impressed me last night. I mean, not many people can play an entire Rush album almost perfectly. Like I think he did an amazing job, and we'll talk about that more. All right, so this next track, there we go. Sorry, I thought something was going on with my record player. This song's called "Jerry Was a Race Car Driver," and they made sure definitely to play some of this. And when I say some of this, it's the same kind of deal. They kind of just jump in, like, give you a taste, like, hey, remember this one? Remember this one? I mean, you gotta remember this is a band where this was their second, like, official record. I think maybe third actual record, but 91. I mean, these guys have been playing for a long time. And they've written a lot of music that a lot of people know, especially their fans. Like, they didn't play anything that I was like, well, if anything, they didn't play enough. But yeah, this song is just another bouncer. And you can see it in the crowd. You see the people's heads just start going up. That's when you know. That's when you know you got a good groove going on. I believe they did a music video for this song too. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of nacho cheese in that music video. So this is when the song like really gets heavy right here. I think Les Claypool's using like a 6-string bass or something. But also you got Larry Lalonde, he's doing the low chugs on the guitar. Not just his high-pitched noodling that he's so famous for. Speaking of high-pitched noodling, what a great guitarist, man. Like, so weird. Watching them play the Rush album, you could tell, like, he knows what he's doing because he can play normal melodic stuff, but then you hear this and I have no idea what's going on. It just sounds cool, and I can bob my head along to it, and I dig it. Like what else? What else can I ask him? But still, he can go back, and he's got that little hook going on there with those dissonant chords there. You don't need much. You really don't. Good arrangement, back into the heavy. You know, just do one little verse and then go heavy again. Give the people what they want. I think this is a cool little build-up coming here. Yeah, like Claypool is doing like these taps high up on, I think it's like a fretless bass too. I mean, hey, you can talk up Les Claypool all you want, but I mean, without a good drummer, what are you gonna do, right? And Tim Alexander does a great job, man. This song's called 11, and I believe this whole song, everything is based around an 11 time signature. But he's got this like 3/4 groove going with the 11 click to it. It's pretty incredible. You have to really try to do this kind of stuff. You know, these guys weren't just fucking around and it just kind of happened. This is some real shit here. I would love to read some of this stuff, but it's all like, it looks like someone actually just like wrote it. Like it's just like handwritten, scratch. So we already said Tim Alexander plays the drums, and oh, the water jug. That's the water guy. See, that's what I'm saying. And it's like written in cursive too. Like who writes in cursive? Larry Lalonde, electric guitars, and 6-string banjo. I don't know if we've heard any banjo yet. Hopefully we will soon. Claypool's got a bunch here: electric bass, string bass, 6-string fretless bass, clarinet, and vocals. I think we've heard all of those except maybe clarinet. Clarinet? I'm trying to remember what song that would be on. So keep your ears open and post in the comment section or something. Okay, the voice of Tommy the Cat. Tom Waits, I can read that. But there's some people called the Bastardos. Drums, guitars, bass, vocals. I guess they had a bunch of other people just fooling around during some interlude tracks or something called the Bastardos. Yeah. Accordion molestation. I could read that. It's kind of weird, some accordion, right? This is interesting. It says that the guitar melodies on Tommy the Cat and Sgt. Baker are by Todd Path, I think it said. But yeah, I guess Larry Lalonde wasn't the first guitarist from the band, so it makes sense that these songs were written in the 80s, and he just kind of came in and put his own flair on them, which we're all thankful for. We love Larry Lalonde. Okay, here we go. Tommy the Cat was also on the album Suck On This, which I believe was a live record, but technically their first record. Like this song feels like it's kind of long, but like the lyrics are literally only like, there's like 10 lines here. And that's it. Okay. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Very cool. hey, happy birthday to me. Thank you. Very special birthday edition episode. Probably like, hey, I guess you don't have anything better to do than make a podcast on your birthday? Well, I've been busy all week. Like I said, I saw Primus last night. That was a birthday celebration right there. And yeah, I want to talk about Primus. So, you're right, this is what I want to do. This song is called Is It Luck? This is probably one of the most frantic sounding songs on the record. Les Claypool's got this slapping. Yeah, it just sounds like he's slapping mostly, but he's like hammer on, pull off. Just a bunch of notes, too many notes. Larry Lon's just doing like a dissonant chord. It's the same chord over and over again. And then Les Claypool was like just. The lyrics are kind of nonsensical. Is it luck? And then the chorus is just, is it luck? Is it luck? With the same riff, bass riff, and the same guitar hook. Alright, well, Lon's changing it up a little bit here. Here we go. I'm starting to get a little worried. Again, another just, it's like atonal. He's shredding sometimes. He's hitting a lot of dissonant chords. Also, he was real popular with using a lot of stomp box. So, like, you'll just hear just random kind of reverb or tremolo or delay effects and whatnot. Different distortions. Using his whammy bar to do like the pitch shift kind of thing. Oh, here we go. Alright, looks like we're going towards a bridge here. Yeah, great use of dynamics. Drums goes down to bass drums. Just a slight snare hit on there. And so what it does, it opens up opportunity when they do play live. And do like longer extended jams going on. Is it what? I don't know. You tell me. This might be a side A episode for now. I'll let you know in a little bit. I'm going to change the side anyways. I'll be right back. Alright, y'all, I'm back. Sorry I had to crack open up another beer for my birthday celebration. This is side B. Primus, Sailing the Seas of Cheese. We're starting off with Granddad's Little Ditty. Little intro skit kind of track thing. What a stupid song. It's funny, it's kind of awkward. Makes you a little uncomfortable. No one wants to think about their grandpa in the shower singing. But that was just a short little interlude. Now we're on to a fan favorite. It's called Tommy the Cat. This is a hip, cool song. I was reading earlier, it's got Tom Waits actually on some of the vocals as Tommy the Cat. I'm assuming this is a live staple. They played this last night, and it was really cool. because they had like the cartoon playing behind them on stage, like a projection, and it's just like a bunch of cats, just like, and they're just like dancing, and it's just a great song. Cool little like bass fill, which I think is kind of unique. You know, drum fills are the obvious choice, but a really unique bass fill. It's kind of cool. Yeah, like I don't know. We might have missed Tom Waits' vocals. This sounds like Les Claypool singing. This is a song where like everyone shines. Like Larry Lalonde, that intro guitar solo was like some of his best work right there. I mean, obviously you got Les Claypool just slapping and thumping that rhythm and singing crazy lyrics. And then the drums are just so dynamic. And they pick back up again, and you never really lose that groove. It's one of those songs where it's upbeat and keeps you going pretty much the whole time. So, very cool stuff from the boys and Primus. Sailing the Seas of Cheese, Tommy the Cat. If you guys are just tuning in, this is Borsellanet. I know I didn't say anything after. I was getting a little tired before I flipped the record, but then cracked open up another beer, feeling better, and ready just to talk to you guys about this record as I'm playing it. Another amazing guitar solo by Larry Lalonde here. But like Les Claypool's doing is like I think he's just barring the high strings and then just like raking the hell out of it and sliding down and shit. This is his 6-string fretless. I mean, I like it. I can understand why people don't like his style. I don't care. I don't know, it's fun and it's earnest. You know what I mean? Like, he's not just fucking around, like, he puts his heart and soul into it. You can tell. So I guess this is one of the guitar melodies that was pre-written before Larry Lalonde joined the band. Cool. Let's see, Herb uses pork pie percussion. Heard some good things about those drums. Zildjian cymbals and Vic Firth sticks. Nice. Les plays Carl Thompson basses. Never heard of Carl Thompson. He had his head tattooed by Theo Jack. I think you can kind of see. There's like a tattoo on his head there. On the side. Over there. Sorry, it's kind of hard to mirror everything. So this is sounds like a little interlude kind of thing. The Saffington Waltz. So there's that banjo. So it's in a 3/4 timing, so it is a waltz. It's just not a good sounding waltz. You know what? That's probably that clarinet too that I can hear in the background. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That's what's up, man. Very cool. And it's 1 minute and 42 seconds long. Awesome. So this next song is called Those Damn Blue Collared Tweakers. I think this is a fan favorite as well. I've definitely seen a bunch of live videos of them playing this song and getting a good reaction. Actually, I think I have a live version of it at the end of my, what's it called, Green Naugahyde album. And it's a good jam, man. I like this song a lot. Those Damn Blue Collared Tweakers. It's a cool, it's a good live thing because they break to like a little verse, and then they go into a jam. Like there really isn't like a chorus or a set song structure or anything like that. It just kind of like breaks down, goes up, breaks down. So now we're in the down. Just got like that bass drum going, and Les Claypool rambling on about something. Those damn blue collar tweakers. Pick it back up again. Yeah, I think that's pretty much like the whole gist of the song there. I don't really know what else to say. I'm sorry, y'all. It's my birthday. Did I mention that? Oh, okay. Now we're getting a little Larry Lalonde solo going on there. Back into the next verse. Okay. Cheers, y'all. Alright, so now we've got like a legit guitar solo going on here. Good use of the whammy pedal, or the wah-wah pedal. So for those of you that don't know, Larry Lalonde used to be in a death metal band in the 80s called Possessed. They weren't very good, but they helped revolutionize death metal back in the day. I definitely prefer her more in Primus than being in a death metal band. But he's still doing that. So he still has some of those rhythm chops going on. It just doesn't happen as often as a death metal band would do. Shuby's not even playing right now. But this is another song, good example of them just keeping it open. The arrangement is open. It's not really set. When they play this live, they can do it any way that they want to. They could just keep that bass drum going, and you could talk to the crowd or do another little jam or something. Very cool. Very cool band to see live. Just because there's always going to be something a little different, while keeping it within the realm of what you already know and come to expect. So this is when I would just be like jumping up and down, hands in the air, probably annoying the people next to me. Oh. Alright, so outro, we're ending the way that we started with Larry Lalonde's. He's like hitting the strings on the head of his guitar or something like that, and using like the wah-wah pedal. Crazy stuff, man. Alright, so now we're into the last chapter of Primus. Sailing the Seas of G. We're starting off with a beautiful 6-string fretless bass intro solo. I was so happy to hear. This is Fisherman Chronicles 3 or 2. Last night they actually played. Actually, no, it wasn't even Fisherman Chronicles. It was Electric Grapevine. I'm sorry. Also, another good song from a different record. I thought they had played a Fisherman Chronicle, but now I'm thinking about it, they didn't. But that intro kind of reminds me of that same kind of style. And then they're going to go into the main groove of the song. This is a long song, so I don't think there's anything more I can say, unless something pops out at me while we're listening to it. This was a great episode, man. I was kind of afraid to do one on my birthday. Not afraid, I just wasn't feeling it, I'll be honest with you. But just a thought of, I wanted y'all to hear me talk about this record and talk about, actually going to see them last night for the first time, and what a great time I had. And how ironic it was that I did a Rush episode last week and they played an entire Rush record. Tribute style the whole way through, back or front to back. Cygnus and all, man. So that was really cool. Yeah, just get to sit here and shoot the shit and talk to y'all. Next week is episode 5, which, I mean, that's a pretty big feat for me, and I'm really excited. So I'm real stoked just to get that one going, and hopefully get a new spin on this shit. I feel like it's got potential. And the fact that if you're still listening to it right now, as long as this has been playing, I mean, that's got to mean something, right? Thank you. I appreciate you. This is Fish On, Fisherman Chronicles Chapter 2. And it's just a cool groove. Like, I'm not a fisherman, or I don't fish, but I could. If I were just listening to this song while I was doing it. I think there's one line on here where I grabbed a tuna salad sandwich and I started to chew. And that just sounds like I would love to eat a tuna fish sandwich and go fishing, have a beer or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm reading these lyrics. It really, it's just about fishing. I'm pretty sure Wes Claypool was like on a TV show, like just like a fishing TV show, and they just like filmed him fishing, and like dude actually knows what he's talking about. He can't just write whole songs about fishing. He can actually fish. That is a pretty cool hobby to have. I think it also depends on where you live. Being in Metro Atlanta. There aren't too many places close by I can go to, unless I want to like reel in some dead bodies from Lake Lanier. Oh, okay. Larry Long's using like a slide guitar thing going on. That's really cool. This is like a kind of a key change kind of thing going on there. Oh. Oh, I think we're entering the outro. Everything is just gonna build up. Crazy like finger picking technique by Les Claypool there. I know he's known for like his slapping and tapping or whatever, but like he's a legit good bassist that can play with the best of them. He auditioned for Metallica after Quit. That's gotta say something. I'm glad they didn't pick him. Apparently they said, or I think Hetfield said he was too good. He needs to just do his own thing, which is a very nice way to turn someone down, you know. Right on, y'all. Well, I'm gonna fish on. I don't know about you, but I've got stuff to do. It's my birthday. Thank you so much for sticking around for another episode of Borsellanet. This has been Primus sailing the seas of cheese.